bursts had ended up being implemented in the game, right? So we had 2 previous bursts that are no longer here.
It's Kakipi and Junior versus Sin and Veru. So we are going to be watching Junior's POV on Kabakali. So that is going to be pretty exciting because Kabakali is a 3000 suit that's usually actually played as like a back.
Yeah.
He's going to be paired with Kakipi's playing Diver Ace, who's a very aggressive low-cost suit. So we're going to be watching basically kind of the back position here in this game. Not all suits are created equally, so there's usually kind of a nuance of which of your team is going to like be playing up in front and which of the teams is going to be playing in the back. So we're really watching the back position here. And this suit, it's not going to really look very fancy here as we're just going to chuck really good projectiles. Yeah, we have that shotgun. That shotgun is just your main. You just press the A button and you fire that shotgun. So it's a very nice move to just have for pretty much no ammo, because once you're at 0 ammo on this character, you can just press main to get to instantly reload it. So this suit has no reload issues.
But you want to keep in mind the spacing is really important with this type of suit as well. So you notice that red cursor that shows up the crosshair, that's when you're within effective range. If you're in green, you can take the shot, but it's not likely that it's going to connect at all. And the alert that you're noticing at the top right now and off to the right is when you're locked in hard for that red state. That's just to alert that your opponent has attacked and you need to make a movement to dodge. And in this game is very interesting because you're only able to move to close the gap at the person you're targeting. It's not like a free move arena fighter. Like you have to really play around with the camera back and forth. Knockdown here though.
Yeah. So ideally, the team we're watching right now wants to give his partner all the lives. His partner is playing a 2000 suit, so he can die 3 times. He has 3 lives. So we want to ideally give him 3 lives. We're going to see if that happens here. Very nice.
Ooh, nice.
So that's the charge shot beam with the suit. Puts down that giant curtain of stunning kind of funnel style nets. It's very, very good. It's all a pretty long timer, though. But we are seeing that we are not really trying to commit too hard here. This Kabakali suit is very good at being slippery, like very annoying to try and attack into. And right now on health, they're kind of doing okay here. 585 on Kabakali. That's an okay spot to be in here. And we see our partner's died once. That's okay. He's got another whole life that he can burn. And you can see the gauge underneath the life bars on the left. That's his partner's burst gauge. Right. So he's close to another burst. He used one on his first life here. And we're getting to see this kind of relaxing, chill perspective as we just try to support our partner. Our partner's doing the hard job of just getting in there, making them look. And our goal is to just try and get some damage off of the opportunities he makes without taking too many risks.
And now a suit like this, though, you have to be very careful when your partner goes down, right? Because once you're down, like you're going to get chased. Because at this point, if you get closed in by both suits, it's going to be very difficult to push them back out.
Yeah. And we do have a burst on deck for Kabakali, but he might use it if he's in trouble. I have to use it here. We'll see. No, looks like
able to get out, but watch the overheat.
Oh no, he's just going to take the damage. Not too much damage though, so I think that was a pretty smart, risk-reward calculation because now their team has overlimit. That's a mechanic we talked about before because they're if either of them die, basically, then that's the game over. So right now, what they really want to try and do is get damage. Like they need to basically kill each of them once, or kill this 7 swords twice. Our overlimit did trigger here. We have this bubble, but as you can see from the timer, we only have 5 seconds on it, and we aren't really getting much of it. So right now, this is looking kind of rough for Kakipi, but we still have burst. We haven't used burst yet for Kabakali, so we're going to see here. And 7 swords is very low. They're both very low, so they can actually win this game right now if they can just get enough damage here. That's huge.
Yeah, that's actually really big. One more touch, actually. So close to getting the final suit
You can also see below the timer is a score. So if the game goes to a timeout, whoever has a higher score wins. It's going to be a fight here. Nice block.
They're very good block here. That's so important to get the pushback.
Still above in time, but we are so close. 131 here on Kabakali. Has to live. Just trying to run, but it's so scary. Nice hit. But he's overheat. Lands.
Oh! The final shot. Able to finish on the 7th sword. Very scary because they were close to it. I think that was the final shot that they had left of that.
Yeah, that was overheat. So in this game, you have something called boost. That's basically gas in the tank. In this game, you have a finite amount of boost, and when you take off from the ground, you keep spending it to move. All of the movement options you see when you just dash around stuff and sidestep and stuff like that, all cost boost. Even just like doing a move in the air that makes you stand still, turns on your thrusters, that also costs boost. And your boost does not refill until you touch the ground, at which point you recover in landing recovery. So in this game, basically, you have a finite amount of like movement stuff you can do. So there we saw he had used all of his movement options, like all the gas in his tank, basically. In the very end, landed a very clutch beam. We call that Garo beam. Like shot to just like clinch out the kill. So yeah, like you said, that was like last interaction.
Yeah, because if you would have missed, then that would have been a completely different story. The opposite team, thus taking the victory here and getting one step
we're looking
closer.
at the other side now. So we got Sho. Yeah, we got Sho and Ray on the left. And Vui and Shadows 2 on the right here. So we are still very, pretty much at the beginning of this match here, but we're watching. Sorry, this suit has basically a power mode.
Yes.
So star winning from Bill Fighter's Try. Yeah, Bill Fighter's Try. This suit basically doesn't really do that much in mode, or sorry, out of mode. But then when we're in this mode, we have a lot of like powerful moves. We have a super armored melee, a really powerful shot. But now we're kind of in this SD mode. So she moves back and forth between SD mode and regular mode. And you know, in this mode, we're probably not going to see her do too much here. Just spraying with our machine gun main shot, as you can see, and just try and support. So similar to the last match, this is kind of the back perspective here, the support player. And we're taking a bit of damage here. We're going in the mode, see if we can make something happen. But this game is a game that is played to time very often. So it's not really a game where, unless you're in a really bad matchup, you need to necessarily force the issue.
Right.
So you'll see players like really take their time. Like, you're really rewarded for taking your time in this game.
Yes.
There's plenty of neutral game to be played here. Maestro Frame on the other side, very scary character that you have to respect, but is able to just get away from that situation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice little dash away, too. Just trying to buy some time so we can transform again as well.
Partner getting hit by Maestro Freedom's pressure. That's like an AoE stun, and we're in a little bit of trouble here, but can we get out of this? Overheat, gets punished. We have burst. We definitely need to take the life now. We're definitely going to have to run it down because our partner's too healthy. In this game, the order is pretty important of when you die. You kind of want the person who is fronting, basically, to be taking the damage. So we have taken too much damage to be the support, basically, right now.
Right.
So we're definitely going to look for a place to use our burst, I would expect to see.
Nice maneuver there, actually using the sword to fall faster as opposed to the fast fall.
Oh, very nice.
Uh-oh.
Had to put the shield bits on herself to try and make something happen here. So we're in fighting burst right now. That makes our melees a lot better. But respecting the enemy, just counter poke it. It's too hard to just force our way in here. So we don't really get too much. We do have a mode. We're going to pop it. Oh! Blocks to the... yeah, that's the Disruptor Laser. That's a in-burst only move. Very hard to dodge, but actually can block a reaction in this game.
That was an insane reaction on that one, too, because you could almost miss it with that skyline there.
Yeah, our partner goes down. So they're on their last life, which means over limit is available. You can see it says there above the boost gauge on the bottom, over limit on standby. So if we land a hit or take damage, we're going to trigger it. We triggered it by getting hit. We get a kill here, but it's still very far, I think. They're going to have to, you know, both enemy suits are at full HP. Yeah. So, and our partner at 120 HP on his last life, so he has to be very careful here. Now, we have a lot of life. We can make something happen. Oh! Very nice assist, though, yeah, from Maestro Freedom. Rishinon's Maestro Freedom assist. Just really good interrupting here. We have shield bits as well if we need it.
Good chase. We're trying so hard. Just connect. Stop the Freedom.
It is looking very hard, but looks like they are getting some good damage on Chanrui here on G-Quux, that's Machu. So, you know, if we kill G-Quux here, we have a chance, but we're going to give them over limit when we do that. So this is looking very difficult. So yeah, we did get the kill. So now there's over limit for the enemy team. That's a huge advantage. And
oh, no.
It makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, we flip burst now. If you have 200% burst, you can actually escape out of combos. Just gets hit anyways by the burst CSA. And yeah.
We tried too little too late to make the save there.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, like, we would like to get a little bit more value from I think a support star winning, but, you know,
I think we ended up so low cost or low health rather on that first life that really kind of made things a little tricky to try to keep up.
I mean, everyone's really good here, but also like enemies are Chanrui and Rishinon, and they are really. I think they've won 2 GGGPs. Well, GGGP is like the other like big annual tournament.
Right.
And I don't remember if they also won the recent PDF as well. They won a lot of tournaments recently is kind of all I remember. It's like, man, yeah, these guys just have been really on a tear.
Yes.
So I definitely think they're one of the favored teams to be winning it. And their pair specifically, not just the players, but like they've been entering as a team, just looking really strong. So
it's really nice to see this version of the game as well, because now I'm getting to see, as I've been watching from home anyways, like these suits really get utilized. Like our version doesn't have G-Quox in it, so being able to watch, the new units really get to showcase. Even some of the Tri characters are not in the base game, so this is the true definitive Gundam N-Bon experience out here.
Star winning is really sick suit. So unfortunately we don't get to see more. This is single limb again. I don't know if we really mentioned that, but yeah, this is 2 out of 3 single limb. So I think they're like, we saw game 1 from one team and then we kind of jumped to the other side. So it looked like they were already, tournament were already up 1-0, I think. Took the other game, makes sense here. So, but looking forward to seeing the next one. So that does mean there's a seed on each side. So now we're going to see like the seeded player versus the teams that won each of these previous matches. Already, there's just
they're just watching from afar. It's like, here's our next opponent. Let's see how well you do.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone is pretty familiar. Like those players are all very familiar with each other. I think so. I don't think there's really going to be any surprises here, especially at 2 out of 3. It's really funny though, because normally like a lot of the big tournaments for this game, the monthly tournament they have at Shinjuku Sports Land, it's a big team tournament actually. So you play it like Pokemon Star, you register like literally 5 pairs, 10 people team.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really sick. And those are all basically first to ones, right?
Right.
You just play one match.
So to do like first to do on that.
Usually it's like character locked and kind of like lineup locked. So leads to some really interesting matchups and stuff like that. Very cool when you talk about matchups in this game. Because it's a team game, there are definitely some very extreme matchups, but you can overcome that because of team play and stuff like that. So you might have it's very common actually that like maybe one suit will have like a 7-3 matchup versus another suit, and it's just like, okay, that's rough, but you just don't want to be that guy. Just you don't have to go in basically.
And this is one of those games too, when you're first getting into it, that you could truly just pick the character that looks cool and you can find a solid strategy. I mean, like there's certain strengths that vary across the cast, but there are literally, almost 100 suits in here? Like, how far up are we on the list of the roster at this point?
All right, so we did just see the bracket there. So at the top, we're going to be seeing Yuma Mayura versus Chandri and Rishinan. So that was the team we saw win earlier with the Mighty Strike Freedom. And then the other side, I think it was Yuta and Kozayama versus Kakipi and Junior.
抜けた風格がすでに出ておりますが、じゃあチームの代表の方に意気込みをお伝えいただければと思います。
Yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, like you mentioned before, there is a console version of this game on PS4. I think, myself and many other people are all, praying that we can eventually get another way to play this game in English, or at least imported or something. But for now, this version is arcade only. But hey, if you like what you're seeing and you want a way to play this game too without flying to Japan, I definitely encourage you all to be vocal about that and let your voice be heard.
Yes.
Let them know.
I mean, they are definitely looking to try to expand Gundam in the U.S. for sure. I mean, we just got Chicago based.
I forgot to check that out when I was at maybe this Combo Breaker I'll maybe go.
It's pretty fun. I mean, look, it's not going to hold a candle to Tokyo Gundam base, but it is still really cool to have a Gundam base stateside.
Do they have like an exclusive Chicago like Gunpla too? I think, right? I thought I saw something about that.
I didn't see anything when I visited that was exclusive to Chicago, because they had basically all the Gundam base official merch. And then some of the same stuff that you can find here in Diver City. But yeah, I mean, it's still really cool because they're really showcasing. It's a spot to play the Gundam card game out there. They have great activities to check out as well. And just even supporting the Gundam info page on YouTube is also a great spot to kind of showcase that interest in stateside Gundam.
I think they often put like the whole shows.
Like right now, I think you can get all of Gundam Wing right now.
Okay, yeah, I know there was a while where also Turn A was just free for that.
Which is nuts, by the way. Like getting Turn A like available for free is crazy. crazy. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a big resurgence to try to get it out here stateside. So please, any support that you can give to it if you're a Gundam fan, like this is one an opportunity. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us, chatting, or even watching the VOD of the game. But check it out. You know, just keep building Gundam.
So we're going to be seeing Yuma's perspective here on the new Gundam. New, I think, in this version has really crept up for me. Like, as wow, this is pretty obnoxious to fight against. And Mayuda is like the Destiny player, but here he's playing low class, he's playing Freedom. And Yuma on this new. So this is a pretty orthodox team, unless they're going to end up giving like Mayuda the lights. But new Gundam is kind of a Shoto character. The main thing about new is that it has a pyramid barrier that you can put on. Is a timer that gives you a projectile like barrier basically. So that is your like it's kind of like Jacko's Aegis basically. So there it is. Oh! Chanrui though landing a huge special melee. Yeah, so G-Clux has an install suit that has really powerful melee. So that's actually a big W for Chanrui. And again, this is like such a high profile match right here. Yuma, Mayuda, Chanrui, Rishinon is, you know, there's a reason why it's called exhibition. It's like we get some really awesome high-level matches. That huge Garo though from Rishinon playing that Maestro Freedom really clean. Maestro Freedom has definitely been quite the terror since he's come out in this version. New to Infinite Boost, and though he has been nerfed multiple times, and even despite that, is still putting a lot of work. So the movement here, we have that pyramid, so we don't have to be too worried. But the special melee, you have to be careful from Chanrui. And yeah, he's just gonna not even try and bail his partner. So his partner, 27 life, has a burst. Probably can't use the burst here. So not a good spot for this team.
I mean, I gotta commend the movement here, honestly. Just sitting in that crater to dodge that special melee was actually a critical position. Let's see if we can close the gap.
Yeah, got a hit from like the remote bazooka, and so one of New's moves in this version. But couldn't get a confirm off of it, so we really can't do much here as Yuma. Like, we kind of are trying to play neutral, trying to just get the hits we can while our partner kind of absorbs some of the front work here. He's trying to stabilize at 27 HP and just trying to get as much as we can, but again! Just wasn't even looking there. Chanrui coming from the side. And that's just so much value because Chanrui's playing a 2000. So that is like a low-cost suit. So being able to actually get these huge hits on the 3000 is just such big value.
Yeah, and that's so important why you see the camera change back and forth to confirm where your opponent's position is at, so you don't get blindsided that way.
Yeah. We are going to have to save our burst too here for over limit. Over limit, again, it actually heals you for a bit of the damage you deal, as well as gives you that barrier. So you really want to stack it with your burst to be in a powerful mode here. He does have that pyramid, so, but again, like we're seeing here, actually decides to block it, which is really nice because some people would probably just assume that the pyramid is going to protect you from that charge shot. But I think he chose to block just in case the pyramid was exiting at the same time. So
it's a pretty quick shut off right after the block too.
Yeah, so they do take down G-Clux once. So if they can actually get this Mighty Strike Freedom here, but the Mighty Strike Freedom has burst. You can see they have burst on the left of their name, the icon, the diamond. That's new to this version as well, so you can actually see if they have burst or not if it's clear. Yeah. And again, we can't really do anything with our burst. We have to save it here unless we're just really going to risk it. So as a result, all we can really do is kind of poke safely and just try not to take too many risks. Yeah, hard commits to that block, but
the follow-up.
Yeah, that's why we say, it is a block, but unlike a fighting game block, it's more like a parry.
Right.
And the situation after you successfully block isn't really solved, so, it can save you from the immediate danger, but you still have to play the situation out, right, which is what we saw there. So we pot the burst here. We have over limit. Cracked it. Oh, can't reach, but this will hit, I think. No, it's not going to hit. And our over limit's running out, our burst is running out. Like, we're really out of resources here. Our partner has a burst. There's going to pop it. So Mayuda on Freedom needs to try and make something happen, but no. Like, everything was just not going well for them. They were behind in score, too, so there were only 10 seconds on the clock. Again, above the timer, you can see if you're behind or above in score, and by how much, once it's 30 seconds or less in this version. So it's very critical because in this game, you often go to time, and the threat of losing a timeout is what will cause something to happen, and like that was the kind of situation there. If they had more time, maybe they could try and find an opportunity, but enemy team knows, hey, you guys gotta do something in the next 10 seconds, and we're just gonna make that really hard for you. And yeah, unfortunately, we just did not get much of a.
Wait a minute.
But here,
Elysius.
Elysius, piloted by Kozayama. So Kozayama also. Really high profile play. I mean, they're all high profile players. I can say that about everyone here, but very interesting suit. This suit basically has 2 modes.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the regular mode. There's almost to time actually. Oh, wait. Time. You got it? Oh, okay. We barely got to see the end of that, but just barely win by 700 points. It is like, one shot changes. Like if they got hit once, they might have lost that match. So huge W to time. And I assume that was game 1.
Yeah, that's the one suit I'm chopping at the bit to see more of, the Elysius. I mean, so
I
we're
think
going to
I'll
say
probably pass the ball to them here.
Yeah, because we got the 2 forms, right? We got the full armor form basically for your kind of zoning style. Then you go to the high new
you're basically
production type for that one.
So the TLDR about Alzeus, if we see it again, basically is that you're really strong in the first mode as like a carpet bomb area, just Danmaku just
kind of
stuff.
GPO 3 style.
Yep, just spam basically. It's really easy to hit people. But then once you get too low, you take too much damage, you're forced in another mode, you can't get back. So you just have to just completely play a different style. It's not like ABBA or whatever where you can shift.
Right.
It's actually you only go one direction.
Right.
Yeah. And I think most people would consider the first mode better.
Probably ideal.
So you really basically want to eke out as much value as you can.
Exactly. Because I mean that's so much support they can give, especially a front likely. So I'm assuming Elysius is definitely the rear character. Yeah.
Yes.
Until
we
it transforms.
We say that, but obviously it's a meta thing, right? It's like the enemy team knows you want your Alzeus Elysius to be like in the back, just neener.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously the idea is like, hey, if we can get some damage on Alzeus early, especially, that is so
that
good
removes
here.
so much.
Yeah. And his partner, Kaki P, is playing Full Saber. Full Saber, like very meta, kind of mid-range-ish front suit. Pretty strong in this version. Did recently get nerfed, but we're still seeing it here, which means something. This is actually happening, by the way. You watch this exhibition like several days after a patch. There was a patch that dropped like this Monday.
Yeah.
Ooh, got hit.
Oh yeah, that's huge. And again, just a massive target because of the resources that Elysius has.
Yeah,
so trying to
nice
shut that down
flip. Yeah,
immediately.
you see that Alzeus has that back flip into the shot. So he's got 3 stock, but that's the second weapon, if you see on the right. And you can cancel it into itself and into your main shot. So you will often see them just do flip, and just do, send out a lot of stuff. So we are, flip, You can't do that. Oh! Partner though, supporting though, gets the hits here.
Very fortunate. All right, nice
But,
delay tag.
Just going in because we're in the other mode now. So when we're the first one to die, like we're seeing here, we just actually kind of want to die so we can get in the good mode again.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying that they're suiciding, but you're kind of incentivized to get
Get the
take some risks. Take some risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, take some risks. Like the risk reward is in your favor in this mode, I think.
Nice block.
Yeah, when you block in this game, you do get a little bit of burst. So in a situation you can't punish.
What a dodge! Hold on, the side step. Yeah, that was a tough spot to be in.
Yep, absolutely. But you know what? Hey, we have the good mode, and we have almost full burst. Oh, huge hit! Flip burst out of that. There was a good amount of damage saved, but probably not the burst we wanted to have to do. But actually saved a fair amount of damage. I think that's pretty okay value here. We want to be as healthy as possible. Yeah, we did get damage against the Trans Am Diver Ace, so that's good. We were watching like the team that we saw first today. So that they're playing Kabakali Diver Ace. That is kind of like a in Japanese they call it Bakudan, which is like
okay.
It's like the bomber squad basically. You're sending this Diver Ace to just go out and blow himself up several times in a row, while the Kabakali just supports. So.
We'll see if Elysius can try to do anything. And generally, taking shots out of the sky is very tricky. You're trying to go for landing shots where the opponent is more stagnant, but these high-level abilities.
Alzeus' missiles, they have really good tracking on them, so it's a little more feasible for him compared to others. So enemy team in over limit, that's when you see that blue bubble there. So, you can't really do much. He has the bubble on, and it's going to absorb anything you do. So, huge confirm here. Yeah, huge confirm. Kozayama now in the mass-produced new mode has burst, but now it's a very dangerous situation because they're both low. If they both die, the game is over. So they need to desync these deaths. One of them needs to die and respawn safely. And here he's choosing to burst.
Skip.
Yeah.
That was such a smart skip the opponent there to go for
Kozayama wants to die. He wants to just die and let his partner survive. Because his partner has burst, so his partner will survive. So Kozayama is just running it down. It's like, look at me, please. Please kill me. Please kill me.
I'm in your way. I'm in your way.
Because the enemy team does not want to kill Kozayama first. They want to kill the other guy and then kill Magnus. Okay, now Trans Am lets you prevent yourself from getting hit. They have over limit, but they still died through it. Very hard to see what cracked through the barrier. Might have actually gotten hit before the barrier.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the over limit. That's the mode that you get when you respawn. So there's a delay on it. It's like your suit has to drop in, and then like basically once you're movable, once you're actionable, then both players have the over limit. So Kozayama's partner, used Trans Am burst on Full Saber to try and survive when he was alone. But I think he was forced to pop it a little too early. The enemy team was just really good at pressuring. And as a result, like I think the Trans Am just didn't last long enough. So Trans Am is like, if you're in burst as some of these Setsuna suits from Gundam 00, if you're basically at neutral and they hit you, you actually phase out. You completely go invincible, and then it just drains some of your burst gauge.
It was so cheap.
It's very good.
Dealing with Trans Am is crazy.
It's very good. It's very good in this version in particular, because the last thing you want to do, like we saw there, is to die without being able to use over limit. So that burst really gives you like just an extra life to stay alive.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show how good the enemy team was. So here we are seeing Kaki P on the dive race. Yeah. So last time we saw Junior on Kamakali. So very chill, support POV. But now we're going to see where the action's at. We saw Kozayama just get completely run over by this dive race. And we actually saw the suit swap too, right? So Kozayama was previously on the Alzeas. They're switching the comm entirely here now. So now Kozayama's on Zabanya, which is like a back 3K sniper suit.
Yes.
So they're basically both playing back 3K front low cost, and they're going to just kind of smash each other, I think. So we're going to see Dive Race, very like one of the premier low cost like aggressive suits, and he just wants to swing. Now Machu, enemy team's low cost also like swinging. Honestly, this suit has a really powerful melee in install. So
yeah, this is not a good time for a sniper to have like a diver ace on you right now.
Diver Ace though saying, you know what? If I get hit here like this, I have burst now. So are we going to do it 92 again in this game? If you die in burst, it's really bad. You get a lot of burst for respawning, but not if you die in burst. You lose like, you lose a ton, probably around 30% of your potential burst gain if you die in burst. So it's going to be a question, like, if you want to risk it, you can burst here, but it looks like it's going to hold it and die. So we lose a little bit of value there, but just a very precarious place to try and burst, so seeing it be a little conservative. Now, don't get confused for when this suit turns red, because this suit also has an install mode that turns it red. It is very confusing. Even I get confused about it. But this is a suit from Gundam Build Fighters Re-Rise, so that's where all the kids make their custom Gundams. And I know that if I was making a custom Gundam, I would also give it Trans Am.
Nothing but Trans Am?
Yeah, I would give it an install. Here we go. Oh, gets cut out.
Brett, what if I were to tell you right now you could just play Gundam Breaker 4 and you could just do that?
Okay, pops the install. Ooh. Gets a confirm off of the Garo. Yeah, and protects the landing.
Yeah, good positioning. Watching here,
something
close
more,
the
but
gap.
yeah!
Oh, quick snap with the melee.
Yeah, Junior's that Machu CQC is just putting in so much work. It's
really good awareness on that too.
The suit swap. Oh! Yeah, projectile guard into the force of anchor. Oh, again! We're just losing every 1v1 versus the Machu.
Yeah, Machu's just ready for it with the melee every single time. I mean, great situational awareness here. We're talking about the camera swap. Caught by a stray on that one.
Over limit is on deck here. Kamakali has 51 HP in burst. We're just gonna go. Here we go. We're gonna make something happen. We gotta do a lot of damage here though. Reset. It's not good enough. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's Utah's Kozayama's partner. Utah. Yeah. Utah's cooking with the Machu. That crazy suit swap there. I mean, yeah, that was rough to watch. Like, just lost every single close range situation. Sometimes that's what it can come down to in this game, though. If you want to risk it, you have to be prepared for the consequences.
It was so scary to see how often that Machu was just making the G-Quads make that. Oh, I feel it was the new type presence. Like someone's behind me, and then the sudden melee clash was very good.
Yeah, G-Quads. You know, obviously new show. New suit, brand new to Infinite Boost. Didn't even come out on release. I think it was a patch later. But
it was literally like a few episodes in, they eventually dropped that G-Quax. It was crazy.
But definitely a fun suit. It's a great, that command melee is really crazy. It is like
nuts.
One of the best close range melees, I think.
And that's the beauty of this game. They do a lot of great throwbacks to their Touchstone shows like that they're from, and that is just the axe toss that she does in the show. Watch G-Quax. If you're a UC fan as much as I am, there's a lot of good throwbacks for that one there.
It is full of like, remember this?
You had to be the, it was literally for me. Basically that shows me, oh, I do remember this. I like these what-ifs. Please go back and do a little bit more. I think they said they want to do like another little storyline to expand upon it, but we'll see.
All right. I'm not sure if that was game 2 that we saw. Now we're going to go to game 3. That would make sense here. We saw the other players stepping off, so I do think they're going into the game 3 here. Because that was a swap suit, and then now, you know, they could be thinking about like re-swapping. There's no suit swap today, so we do get to see kind of whatever they want to bring to us.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of this exhibition, a little showcase of what these players got.
Maybe that was game 3.
Yeah, I didn't catch the score. I think we saw it at the top there.
Yeah, we're getting to, is this getting to Grands then, I think, because right? There was the seeded player versus the winner of the first round.
Right.
So there's 2 of those matches.
Oh yeah, then we should be at that
We
point.
are approaching grand finals then, I believe. Which I don't know if it's also 2 out of 3. It didn't say anything, I think, on the... They had an official post with the format for today, but I didn't see anything about a change-up.
Wait a minute, we have asymmetrical sneakers on? Do you see the dunks? Oh no, they're split in 2. I see. You see the one half was black and white and the other half was the opposite?
Maybe you're on this line. Maybe you need to get on that.
I might. That's a pretty sick pick.
I'm just really glad that we're able to showcase Gundam here on the main stage at EVO. It's definitely
oh my gosh.
not something not something I was expecting to see here,
No.
but very, very grateful for the opportunity, and I think it's just really cool we can finish this game because yeah, like I think the big thing is, and I know for those of you guys who like haven't seen this game before, it's probably very overwhelming, especially when you're watching like high-level places they're just swapping the camera back and forth.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing I just really want to convey to people is that this game is really good. Like this game is popular for a reason, and it's not just Gundam. This is really like a lifestyle game.
Yes.
You can really just sink your teeth in this game, and you know, just very unique. There's really nothing like it. The fact that it's a 200 game in particular is like you really get some of these 1v1 aspects that y'all fighting game players can appreciate, right? There's a lot of like reading in this game.
Yeah.
There is footsies and pokes and spacing and neutral. But then you add in this 200 aspect, this team aspect, and that really just gives it a whole new dimension that I think it's just really nice to play with, and something that, you know, if you don't want to play like a 5-on-5 or a 6-on-6 MOBA, but you still want to get, you know, sink your teeth into like a team aspect of a game, this is really the game. Yeah, this is the game. So it looks like that was game 3. So we are going to be seeing grand finals here. So yeah, it is going to be Kozoyama and Yuta versus Chandru and Rishinan.
I mean, it's such a good point to bring up, like, of the dynamic of this game, because when you first start playing, it does kind of feel like that 1v1 experience. Like, oh, I have someone next to me that is also fighting and supporting me, but then you start to understand the blend of this game that, like, oh, I might need to save my partner by firing off a shot to distract their opponent, or even get them off to infinite combo. I remember early on Barbados combos, where they're just mace smashing. Please, help me! Like, I'm busy over here.
Yeah, I can't wait for the day that we'll be able to play this on console again, but we are going to be getting into this grand finals here of the exhibition. So yeah, we have...
Or, no, that's the Infinite.
Yeah, it is going to be Kozeyama on the Alzeus, so they're playing the comp that they first ran. And here we're going to see Rishinon, Might Strike Freedom, and Chandri on G-Cux.
Gundam fight. Ready, go. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. We're playing on random stage too, so there is kind of like a final destination in this game, but it's nice that we're going to see a variety. In a lot of tournaments, though, especially the sponsored Bandai Namco ones, you do see random stage. So we're watching this Machu perspective. Again, this is an install suits. That's on the bottom timer here, so we have it up. And one of the things we get in this mode is our charge shot. The snipe shot is really good, as well as our command melee. So we're getting that shot. But we do get hit here by Alzeus.
You see how quickly we're trying to pine for Alzeus here to try to get back to other form.
Yeah, we want to swing. We want to swing. We get the hit here. Yeah. And now our timer mode's out. But when we don't have our timer mode, we can use this mounted funnel, or like incoming funnel, I guess. I don't know. It's like a mounted
pseudo funnel.
Yeah. I could not tell you the actual canon names of like any of G-Cux's moves. Like I watched the show and I don't even really remember, but
axe throw was a big one.
Yeah, no, it is funny that she does throw her axe a lot in anime, and she doesn't really do that much here. But we land on a command melee, huge confirm here. Partner can't really stop it from happening, so free damage, just like what we saw in the previous match. Right? Like right now, Chandri's G-Cux so good right now.
Unfortunately, getting shot down by Azaleas here.
We're close to burst here. We're gonna probably take the life again because our partner is much healthier than us. So it'll come down to like what interaction here, if we can like get a hit or take a little bit of damage. We still don't have our burst, a little awkward here at 235. But I think what we're really hoping we get is like one hit. If we can get a solid hit, we're gonna go into mode here. Try and get something to happen here. The threat of the melee is always real, but Alzeus is a tricky suit to get in on.
Yeah, I mean that barrage of missiles coming through and now already retreating here, so good luck trying to close the gap again.
We do not want the smoke against that suit when he's ready to fight, basically, but can we win this 1v1?
And you can kind of put it in range against Azaleas. So if you're outranged, then you can have a better time trying to dodge out those shots, closing the gap, trying to make a sneaky move here.
Oh, no, missed input! That was a missed input. He did not just want to walk there. That's very unfortunate. Now, I did say I thought that Machu was going to take the first life, but that did not happen. So Rishinon actually kind of ran it down. And now they're in a bit of trouble here. Now they're in a lot of trouble here. Now, they do get a full confirm with Might Strike Freedom. Pops the burst, tries to make something happen. Okay. Does get a kill. Overlimit on deck, burst on deck for Machu, but the life totals, they are very behind in just effective life. So we have to get a lot of value, but no, the berry pump, the multi-hit from Full Saber. We have a burst, but we don't have overlimit now. We're going to have to pop it, I think. Yep, flips out to not die. There's a counter burst. But, like, I mean, nothing we do here is going to win us the game. Huge melee hit, but we're still a huge deficit we have to make up for. Yeah, there's only so much we can do.
Exactly. Low life point, low resources, had to force that burst anyway.
Yeah, unlike a fighting game where you can, like, perfect somebody, like, because there's two people on both teams, there's always a lot more damage trading in this game. A lot of damage trading. It's not easy to get free damage without paying for it to some degree.
Like we called out earlier too, like before overlimit, like this was a near impossible way to try to play that perfect game without getting shot, and it just gets so overwhelming. Certainly can happen, but I feel like that more so happens at like the lower end of level play as opposed to high end.
So down one game here, and I think this is 2 out of 3. I'm gonna feel so bad if we miss this format, and it is 3 out of 5. But I believe it's 2 out of 3, and that does mean being up one game here, and that was kind of one-sided. I mean we barely really got to use any of our resources at the end there. We took too much damage as G-Cux, but then we also didn't die first, right? So I think we didn't really get to see what was going on with Rishinon's Might Strike Freedom, but something happened there. Something did not go according to plan there. He kind of just blew up. So he must have gotten the smoke while we were looking at the Alzeus and the Machu perspective.
Yeah, and really unfortunate that misstep too on trying to close the gap against Alzeas.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
walking,
the misinput
walking
was
is
really
almost
rough.
never happens in this game.
逆に言うと読み合いの純度が高まる。
かなり高いですねこれ。
そうですね。さあそろそろ次の対戦
I wonder if
が
there's gonna be
始まるか。
A suit swap.
さあ
Oh, there is.
There is.
So,
Oh.
Chanri on Legend, a very meta suit right now.
Yeah.
The suit, you know, if you're playing old versions of the game, you're like, what does the suit even do? Like, I'll admit, it's like, I don't remember exactly what this guy does anymore. But hey, we're going to be seeing the full saber perspective here on Rishinon. Oh, no. Yes? Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, this is Yuta. Yuta's full saber. So full saber, like, just kind of a beast mid-range suit, has that shot that auto shoots the funnels.
Right.
You can see that a lot, and then that flip shot. So that flip shot is like very evasive, very good counter poke. It's most, those are like two of the very key moves. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna do that move like basically on cooldown.
Yeah,
it's like the charge shot, that big fat pink shot, and then again the spinny flip. There it is again.
The charge.
Yeah. It sends out these funnels. The funnels are pretty good tracking on them, so the enemy team can't really do much when you send them out. Like they kind of had to back off for a bit.
Again, though, almost got clocked
Yeah,
for
almost
trying to
talking about
charge.
that, Garen. You have to be careful. You are standing still when you do that charge shot, so like these players very skilled knowing exactly when they can stand still for just a moment like that, right? And then once you're in, you do have this. Yeah, it just got outplayed there by Chanri. You saw that like lateral swing move. That's a very good move in this version. But you know, if the enemy is ready for it, they can try and play around it. So this is a suit with like a good option, but you know, like any game where the good option has counterplay, once you get to high level, it stops being as simple.
Right. Now both going for the lower ground actually, so going to avoid some gunfire here on the opposite team.
Yeah, so far not too much of a damage trade has happened on either side here, but again, like it's a bit of a different team comp because Alzeas is a bit on a timer, but Zabanya, the enemy suit there being played by Rishinon, so that suit is like a true like sniper full range suit that has a lot of really good long range options. So in this matchup, we do have Alzeas able to throw out missiles, but then you know the enemy Zabanya gets a lot of value from being far away. But we are very close. The shield bits though, allowing Zabanya to escape. Still has pressure in the corner though. Can we get something here?
Yeah, had a huge Oki situation there on the knockdown.
Yeah, they're able to get out. No, never mind. No, our powers combined. We do get damage on this Viner. We have a knockdown here. They're in the corner, so we want to try and pressure them. That Legend, though, also a very slippery character. Can we get something happen? Last time we didn't really win the 1v1 here, but yeah, just fainting. Seeing what's up. And we are close to a burst here. Like if we eat a full combo, we'll have burst, I think, for this full saber POV. So we're looking for a way to either get good risk reward, or you know, play neutral until maybe we get chipped out enough for burst here to make a play. But if we can get close, like we want to get close to full saber. Chip, but not enough. Shield bits can't do anything against it, but sneaks a landing in here, forces the burst. Yep. So that's a pretty decent win. Yeah, gets the hit. That's huge.
Partner, yeah. But the support.
Yeah, tried to get a little bit of a cheeky block here to get prevent the cut, but could not get it. Has burst at 9 HP, but gets the hit, forces the flip burst. The E burst here from Legend. Can we get Zabanya? Oh no! I think that might have been Alzeas' missile actually on the way as he got the intercept on that side BC. That's unfortunate. Partner, we have burst though, so can we use it here? Can we use it and then get another one? Our partner is pretty healthy, has the burst still, and there is 30 seconds on the clock. So if they can get a burst here, a good one, get some damage, then I think they can win by time, but they are very far behind right now. That is rough. They got a kill. If they kill Legend, they win on time, I believe. So they both have bursts. There's the burst from Rishinon. There's the burst in response. Everybody's trying to burst. Everybody's trying to get some. If they can get it, that's not enough. Time bomb! They're ahead by 5 points. They're winning right now, but they got the kill. That should be it. They should win by time now.
Okay, had the block. Does get a little melee.
I think that's enough. I think they win by time. That's it, I believe. Kozayama and Yuta. That's 2.
Holy smokes. That was a mad scramble. I mean, good awareness to dodge the beam shot that was going to stop you from getting the finish on your opponent there, but then also finding that last-ditch strike before the timer ran out. I mean, that's some intense Gundam right there.
Yeah,
that's about the resilience of the
it
player.
was really clean. I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's the kind of game that happens in this game at high level where, like, if neither team really wants to do that much, they will just really take it really slow, and then the time goes down to a situation like that where it's like 30 seconds on the clock, and whoever got the small lead at that point can kind of just run away with the game.
Yes.